Hey guys, I'm back with another cannabis product review. Today I'm reviewing the San Rafael 71 Pink Kush Disposable Vape Pen. So a little bit about San Rafael 71. So they're under the MedRelief Corporation, which I believe is also under Aurora Brands. These guys put out good quality stuff. So rest assured you're getting premium quality. One thing they do that I really like is that their extracts are made using the CO2 extraction method. I mentioned this in the previous review. I didn't know why it was better. Now I did a little research, so I understand why that's better. Basically, when they use the CO2 extraction method, it leaves the extract in sort of a liquidy type phase, which is preferable for vaporization because you don't need to add anything to it. It's already in a really good format. Whereas some other extractions produce sort of a sticky kind of resin, which they then have to cut with a carrier oil of some type. So it's a really good pure extraction method where they don't need to put any additives in it. Pink Kush is one of San Rafael's most popular varieties. It's an indica. It tends to be quite high in THC. So this one says 73.3% THC. So high in THC. It's got really good reviews on the Ontario Cannabis Store. This pen itself retails for about $35 on the Ontario Cannabis Store, and it lasts quite a while. And then it's a single use, so you kind of just dispose of it afterwards, which I don't love for environmental reasons. But that brings me to some of the pros about this product, which is it's very easy to use. It's in that sort of easy, disposable, one-time use format. Just before I get into the pros, I want to mention a little bit about the terpenes of this strain. So it's high in myrcene, beta-caryophyllene, limonene, and I believe alpha-pinene. I think they add the terpenes to the extract after the fact, but they kind of try to keep it true to the strain. So that's what you'll be finding in this extract. And you can definitely pick up on those flavors when you taste the vapor. Back to the pros. So I mentioned easy to use, very discreet. It's basically the size of a pen, so easy to carry around with you, put in a bag, whatever. So that's a pro. It produces a very clean vapor. There's no smoke or anything, so it doesn't produce any mess. There's no like kind of sticky, resiny stuff coming out of it. Also, the high it's sort of like on the line between being a pro and a con for me. This is why. This is what I mean. Basically, I used this for the past 2 weeks, and the high is sort of akin to, at least in my mind, to having a few drinks, like a couple beers. You kind of feel a little tipsy, happy, a little relaxed. Which is great, and I was thinking this might be a really good alternative to having some alcohol. So individuals who are trying to cut down on alcohol consumption or looking for an alternative to consuming alcohol, this might be a good option for you guys. So produces that kind of relaxed, tipsy feeling. So a little bit one-dimensional for my particular tastes. I like cannabis that kind of produces a more sort of full body effect where it's like a full body relaxation. I didn't get this from this product. It was more sort of just like a heady kind of feeling, which it was kind of interesting because indicas are usually a bit more full body, but I didn't find that with this particular product. Some other cons for me is that as opposed to the Dosist pen, which I reviewed previously, I found you really had to take quite a few puffs of the vape pen to get a good vapor going with this. So something, I guess, with how the battery's heating up the extract, but it's almost like puffing a cigar. I felt that, you had to like puff a few times to get a good vapor going to get the dose that you want. That being said, because you're puffing on it quite a bit, the battery gets hot. And I found that there was one occasion where I almost burnt my mouth because the whole pen is metal, and it got quite hot, especially where the mouthpiece is. So definitely something to watch out for. I wouldn't expect that to be a concern with such like a high-end brand, but there you have it. Another thing about that is I found the intake portion, like where you breathe in, can get clogged very frequently. So often I'll take my first dose and there's a lot of resistance in the airway, and I felt like you really had to suck on it and kind of feel this pop to unclog it and get the air flowing. So again, that's not something that I was expecting from like a good quality brand and product. So I don't know what that whole clogging thing is about, and I feel like it would throw off a lot of people who are just wondering, why am I not getting any vapor out of this thing, and might just think it's defective. So yeah, this thing does get clogged, so that's definitely a con for me. Another con would be just, in general, vape pens, I don't love the disposable quality of it. Society, the world's moving in the general direction of being more sustainable. So guys, please find a different format for this stuff, from the packaging to the actual pen itself. I don't want this to become the next sort of plastic bag issue. So that's just a few cons for me. So all in all, I'm going to give this product a 6 out of 10. I did like it. I think it's kind of a really interesting alternative to alcohol consumption, but definitely some major drawbacks with both the actual apparatus, the pen itself, and the high was sort of like a little bit one-dimensional for me. Next, I'll be reviewing one more vape product. I want to try out the 510 cartridge format. So my next review will be the San Rafael Tangerine Dream with the 510 cartridge format. See if that's any different from the disposable pen format. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys soon.